Hey guys, Matt here. I'm here to show off a neat little game called Downwell. It's actually very simple, straightforward game, so this will be a fairly short video, hopefully. Well, I'm aiming for less than 15 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. So the Downwell is actually a really cheap game that only costs a only a couple of dollars on Steam. It's like $3. So this like if you've got a few bucks to spare, you want a game that's got a lot of replayability value, then I can definitely recommend Downwell. So Downwell in itself is a very simple concept. You're just this little guy bouncing around and you can jump, but the other caveat is that you basically have well, they call it gunboots, and there was a bit of a bad play there, but we'll find out why. So you basically have shoes that can shoot. So if you hit, and the movements are fairly simple. You just either move left and right, and you've got a left and right button, and then you've got to jump. But if you're in the air while you hit the jump button, you will shoot instead. So if I jump, then I hit jump again, then you will shoot. So the main idea is that you're sort of just heading down in this sort of infinite swimming well. I've never actually reached the bottom, so it's actually a bit hard to say whether it is infinite or not, but nevertheless, that's more a concept of my bad play than anything else. I will admit, I haven't actually been able to get very far from this. So let's just get this. Alright. And so the idea is that you just keep going down some more, and then, oh, that was not good. And, okay. And the main idea is that you just keep going down and then down some more, and then after each level you get like an upgrade that will sort of just make life a bit easier, really. And although there are some upgrades that, depending on your playstyle, can sort of make or break the game for you. So it's like the laser sight I've got right now is fine, but it's like some of the others like lift off can be a bit annoying depending on your playstyle, really. So the other part of this game is that you can switch different gun types. So here I've just switched from the normal gun to the shotgun, which actually does a bit of a burst. And there's sort of other different gun types here, which we'll hopefully get into later in this video or in some future playthroughs. So, but otherwise, yeah. So one of the resources you collect are gems, which you can get from monsters, or you can get from those gem piles. And eventually we should be able to find a shop that will allow you to actually use these gems to purchase health upgrades. And the other is, I'm actually not quite sure how to describe it, but if you look at the bar on the right, well, we'll deal with this first. You 1 HP, 1 charge, and you'll get an HP. Alright, so the right part is like your maximum ammo capacity, and then you can see how here, because I've got the shotgun, I can only make 2 shots before I need to sort of like land on a platform or bounce on a monster to recharge. So yes, I like this one. So, and with other guns there are different capacities, but the other thing in terms of like buying upgrades with these gems is that you can also use gems to increase your your maximum bullet capacity. So I think it's actually, at first it seems like your maximum bullet capacity is a hard thing to sort of understand, like why would you want to buy upgrades for it? But I think after a while playing the game, you learn to appreciate when it's just nice to need that extra. It's sort of like nice to have that extra boost, like especially when you're sort of like maybe jumping down for too long. So, and the health upgrade, the other thing I want to point out is that if you look on the top left, there is a there's basically my health, which basically means that I can take three or 4 more hits. That is scary, and I gotta be careful. But what's also happening is that I'm not a fan of the burst. So okay, let's get through this first before I can talk some more. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm not a fan of this first, but now I've completely forgotten it. Alright, the health. In the top left corner is obviously your health, which basically means the number of hits. As far as I know, there's no monster that sort of takes away 2 HP. It's always being 1 HP every time you accidentally get when you accidentally bump into a monster. But the other thing I want to point out is that if you actually collect more HP beyond your capacity, what happens is that there will be like a well, you see the white bar basically, and then there's 4 of them. That basically means that you can collect 4, and then it will increase your maximum HP by 1. Alright, we almost got that. We're almost there. Alright, and yeah, so there's a way you can increase your maximum HP rather than just like buying stuff from the store. Because you may have noticed there was an HP upgrade in one of the stores. I stopped that. So yeah, that's just more than one way to increase your maximum HP. So I think that is actually pretty handy. Oh, that was. I'm so screwed. Okay, easy now. I really need to switch my weapon because but yeah, okay. Whew, alright. So yeah, this is the one I was talking about. You can increase your maximum HP by 1, but looks like so it looks like the right side there actually quality charge instead of maximum ammo. So I think I'll save my gems because I want to spend it a bit more on HP because I'm just not a very good player. Alright. Okay, so what was the other thing? Okay, yeah. So there are certain type of monsters in which you can. Okay, laser is I still have a bit of trouble adjusting to laser, mainly because it's not wonky. It's more like I guess it's not very. It's like I don't quite know how to sort of play using the laser because the laser, kind of just shoots down all the way, so it's kind of a bit harder. So bullet casings won't do much with the laser. I think we'll go with the getting the gem causes a bullet to shoot up that would deal with any pesky enemies that decide to follow me. Alright, and yeah, so as you can see, those blue, I need to jump up quickly as soon as I hit them because they generate spikes. And yeah, so the laser right now we've got 3 capacity. Okay. And as we can see, some of the skulls, just the floating skulls turn blue when we okay, better be careful. Oh dear, I'm gonna die soon. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, let's hopefully no. You know what? We just let them come, so I can deal with them. And oh no, there we go. So that's kind of it, pretty much with the run. Once you're dead, and that's pretty much all there is to it. But you see the progress bar. You see the progress bar just above the menu. It's cumulative, so basically you're always going to be unlocking new skins and new styles. So actually, speaking of new styles, you know what? Well, let's change the style. There's actually you get to like unlock a bunch of styles, which sort of like you can pick and choose what kind of like how you want to play the game really, and they're pretty descriptive. So it's like arm spin style, any finds gun module shops are where. That means obviously you can just change your weapon a bit more often. But obviously, since the shops are rare, you won't be able to buy stuff from the shop. Boulder style starts with more HP, less upgrade options. The upgrade options are the ones that you get to choose at the end of the level. Levitate style floaty obviously means you fall down a little slower. Handstand style, no upgrades but cheaper shop items, which no upgrades. That could be a bit tricky. But for some beginners, it might be easier to start off with boulder style because I feel like the upgrades. I feel like it's more if you want to. It really depends on what kind of priorities you're aiming for, or like what you want to do when you're playing. Whether if you want to just try and get down a bit deeper, then maybe boulder style will be useful for the extra HP in order to just mainly for survivability purposes. So if you get down, you get to explore a bit more, and you get to figure out a bit more, and actually, it makes choosing the upgrades at the end of each level a bit easier because you normally only get 2 upgrades instead of 3, which basically means that because it's just a simple dichotomy. When I say dichotomy, I mean basically because you only have to choose between 2. You can objectively compare which one is sort of like better than the other. So it's like it takes a little stress of the decision-making process. Okay, so what we've got is Noppy, which is like we can actually shoot and we can slightly alter the direction of the bullets, which is, to be honest, kind of cool. And there's a couple other weapons which we'll hopefully pick up eventually. So here we've got like 2 options, and I think, well, for me the candle is preferred over the safety jetpack because, like, say if you want to survive a bit longer, especially when you're not a very good player like I am, is probably a bit more important to sort of these birds really annoy me. Right? You know what? I'm gonna wait for this guy, and then I'm gonna... That failed spectacularly. So I think I'll just keep on heading down. That reminds me, there's one other thing I haven't quite done just yet is that there are some monsters in which you can bounce on, and some monsters which you can't. So it's like right now the birdies I can bounce on, but if we look at this little guy, you know what? Hold on, we'll just try and find one eventually. That. Yep. All right, gotta be careful here. Yep. Okay, there we go. I still have so much trouble with the birds, it's kind of crazy. So here, because they are like a complete color, you can't actually jump with them. So I will just suicide myself now to demonstrate. And monsters which are white on the top, you can jump on. So that's not just that, and we can and other things you can unlock is the palette, which is pretty much just a different types of colors. Which I'm gonna admit, I'm just gonna stick with blue because sorry, aqua, because I like blue. And then yeah, actually let's pick a different guy to play with. Levitate Star. We'll see how slower he goes. So. I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty amusing. So this guy, I can't stomp on either, as I just demonstrated here. These worms you can easily walk into, and of course you will sort of just come down to see other monsters with different types, and then that was terrible. All right, frogs, off you go. And then one of the other things is that you can definitely sort of just the other thing, like say about this levitate floaty style, is that because you fall down slower, it gives you more time to react to the monsters coming out, and therefore you can say like get better combos. No, I'm not so great at getting combos. Probably my best is like just over 10, but certainly getting combos is one part of the game in which you can definitely use to get a score bonus with say with your gems and such. So you can see the little saying up there just saying I've got an 8 combo. All right, so we got the puncher here, which is a nice, well, it packs a punch. That's pretty much all I can say about it, but you can see it's a bit more powerful. There's other weapons like the triple, which is pretty self-explanatory, which we just got here. So yeah, there's slightly enough variety, slightly enough combination, and the fact is it's quite easy to actually start. What do I want? Shop to start plus 10% discount, or should have gone much. Haven't really figured out which one might be better just yet, but yeah, that's not why I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's see. Yes, this is always good. And I'm not going to comment really too much on like price effectiveness sort of thing, but alright, maybe B. So yeah, there's really not much to say. I mean, apart from everything else I've said already, but yeah, Downwell is kind of a very simple, very easy to play, very accessible, simple system, and just enough variety, and it's quick enough for pretty much for every game to be short enough. So it's nice if you want. That was terrible. I am terrible. All right, let's try and get down a bit more, and round this one off. All right, so let's try and get on. Alrighty. So far, so good. Alrighty. Yeah, so you can see with the higher combos you get more gem rewards, and yeah, the better you get at the game, obviously the more upgrades you'll be able to afford and all that stuff. So oh dear. Well, I think that'll be it for this video. Hopefully this is sort of a nice overview of what Downwell is able to offer you. If you're certainly looking for a short type of game that you can just pick up and play for, say, like about 10 minutes or so, but I will warn you, it's fairly addictive to the point where it's very easy to get stuck and lost playing it for hours just because of the very quick nature of each run. So, Downwell, few bucks on Steam. It's definitely a great game that I can definitely recommend, and yeah, it's a few bucks. I mean, sure, you can wait until there's a sale, but yeah, I mean, if you don't have any other games to amuse you, or just to play 5 minutes, or if you just, it's a very unique concept that is very well executed in a very simple game that you will probably find on like the Game Boy or all systems and such. So this is Downwell. I'm Matt. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.